Good morning. May I call on Andre Austria?
Yes po.
Okay. Would you mind leading the prayer today?
Yes po. Kunin ko lang po yung copy po.
Okay. So while waiting for Andre, kindly answer the attendance sheet. The link is in Canvas. And answer the question, how did you communicate with your group mates? What's your means of communication?
Yes po, to ourselves in the holy presence of the Lord, in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear God Almighty, you are the most powerful one. In you all things are good came into the world. It is through you that miracles happen. I ask for contritions to my past sins. Guide me for seeking atonement for the wrongdoings I have committed and help me redeem myself. Thank you, Lord, for all the blessings and you have given me. I pray that you will continue to guide me on my learning as a Lasallian student. Amen. Hello po. Saint John Baptist de La Salle, pray for us. He lives in our hearts forever. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Okay, thank you very much, Andre. So once more, attendance is in Canvas. Answer the question, how did you communicate with your group mates? Here. Okay, so let's go through the announcement. So for agenda today, first we're going to finish the discussion on logical reasoning, then answer law aptitude exam questionnaires. And then this will be followed by your independent studies. So you're going to watch a video and you're going to make an Instagram, not Instagram, but Investagram account. Then be ready for the short quiz too on Wednesday. Just like last time, 4 items, multiple choice, coverage, logical reasoning, stocks and bonds. Where did we stop last time? So the discussion for today is going to be very short because we're just going to continue on logical reasoning. So once more it's important that you know how to construct the truth table and then identify compound propositions, tautology, contradiction, what else? Logical equivalence and contingency. Then what else did we learn? The forms of implications, converse, inverse, and let's check what's the other one. Contrapositive. Then also finally the propositional propositions, propositional function, quantifications, universal or existential. So we have here for all student there exist, and then the negation of there exist is for all. The negation of for all is there exists. And then if we say for all not P, there exists not P, you're saying that all students are not male, and then there exists a student of Y4 that is not male, respectively. But when you put a parenthesis, for example, in there exists a student and you put a parenthesis here on front, then you turn it into for all and then not P. This one, for all and then not P. Therefore, there is no student in Y04 that is not male. Or we could say all student in Y04 are not male. And then let's add another one. What if we have um the negation of for all inside the parentheses? Let's change that. Here, the negation of for all. Okay. That will become, you're going to turn the for all into there exist. And then the P of X is 2, not P of X. All right. So observe that this is different from the negation without parentheses. Here, without parentheses, uh, it's just the negation of there exist, not, hindi yung not P. And then for not all without the parentheses, it's just the not all. So it becomes there exists. So pag ganito naman, for all P of X, and then you get the negation, it becomes there exists and then no P of X. So there exists. How are we going to say this? Let's call on Floyd, Thomas, Marco. Marco, how about Ethan, Tiglao?
Hi, Miss. Good morning. Alin po ulit yan dun?
This one, yung original sentence natin, all students of Y04 are male. This is from my other class, sorry. Y04 is their section. All students of Y04 are male. So obviously that's a false statement, di ba? Tapos ang notation niyan for all P of X. Paano kapag ginawa mo yung negation within the parentheses? It becomes there exists does not P. So sasabihin natin there exists a student in Y04
Are not male po.
who is not
Not
male.
male. Yes po.
Okay. What's the other way of saying this? Is there another way? There exists a student in Y04 who is a female. What else? Not all students in Y04 are
Male po.
male. Diba? This one, yung negation nito. So these are, and what's the truth value? True or false?
True, Miss.
True. It's okay, Marco. Please make sure that you have a better internet connection next time. Is that clear? What are you using, Marco? Okay. And then let's go back. I'll upload this in Canvas. Save as notes. Then lecture 2. Lecture 2, we finished it. We have the rules of inference. I will use the edited one with notes. So we have again the following rule of inference. So the argument is valid. And let's take note. We have addition, simplification, conjunction, modus ponens, modus tollens, hypothetical syllogism, disjunctive syllogism. Counterpart or the fallacies in valid argument, specifically the counterpart of modus ponens, modus tollens, and the hypothetical syllogism, which are respectively fallacy of affirming, fallacy of denying the hypothesis, and begging the question or circular reasoning. Okay, do you get it? Let's clean this document. And then once more, we have the trivial proof and the vacuous proof. Vacuous proof is, so both are implications, okay? But then if you prove that the first proposition is false, then your whole implication is already true based on the vacuous proof. Next, if you prove the second proposition as true, then your implication statement is already true based on the trivial proof. Then, so just like here, we had examples there. And we also had direct proof. So we're following modus ponens, and indirect proof, modus tollens. I wasn't able to prove the indirect proof here. Let's put it there. Indirect proof, direct proof, if n is odd, then n squared is odd. Step 1, assume n is odd. N equals 2k plus 1. Step 2, prove n squared is odd. N equals 2k plus 1 raised to 2. Then that becomes a 4k squared plus 4k plus 1. 2 times 2k squared plus 2k plus 1. So you have the plus 1, you have the 2 times something, and then plus 1. Therefore, it's odd. So this sentence or this implication is true by direct proof. And then we had the questions that we were not able to. We finished the indirect, right? We have the following questions. So let's have a recitation. Okay, so start from the last part. Gian Sibalo, kindly read question number 1.
Rules of inferences are used in order to make valid arguments.
True or false?
True.
True. Next, let's have Justine Ralph Mendones.
Which of the following are straight simplification? It's the third one. He is a good listener and he loves gossiping, therefore he's a good listener.
All right, good. So you have P and Q, therefore P. Next, Carlos Perez. Number 3.
Yes, but
Kindly read.
what rule of inference is illustrated by the following? If Ron and Harry are good pet keepers, then Hagrid will give them Buckbeak. Ron and Harry are good pet keepers, therefore Harry will give them Buckbeak. Is it modus ponens, pa?
Yeah, exactly. So you have if then statement. So you only have 2 choices, modus ponens or tollens. Then you have here a positive proposition, so modus ponens. Okay. Next, let's have Juliana Patajo.
Ma'am, can I be heard?
Yes, number 4.
Consider the following premises. A. If Enola is Sherlock's sister, then she must be smart. B. If Enola is smart, then she is a reliable investigator. Which of the following is a valid conclusion when hypothetical syllogism is applied in the argument?
Hypothetical syllogism. So hypothetical syllogism is like domino effect. So
Okay. No, 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 smart. Okay. Ma'am, sorry, ano po yung sinabi niya ulit kanina?
hypothetical syllogism. So Enola's sister, Enola is Sherlock's sister. So this is P. She must be smart. Enola is smart. Then she's a reliable investigator or
Oh, it's D.
letter
D.
D. Yeah, correct. Okay, next. The answer is already here, but Matthew, Dominic,
Yes
Niku,
po.
please read number 5.
Arguments using fallacies are valid. False.
Yeah, what are the fallacies that we have? 3 fallacies. Fallacy of affirming.
Argumentation. It's argument. Ay, asan ba yung notes ko? Wait, miss. Let's argument. Tapos, something about how to denying it.
Yeah, fallacy of, not argument, fallacy of affirming, fallacy of denying, and begging the question.
Ayun po. Affirming, denying, and begging the question po.
All right. Next, let's call on number 6. Aliyah Mirasol. Aliyah.
The following argument is not valid because it is based on the fallacy of
No, this one, number 6.
Oh, sorry, but which of the following illustrates the fallacy of affirming the conclusion? If you study hard, then you will pass the test. Last night you studied hard, therefore you will pass the test. If you study hard, you will pass the test. You passed the test, therefore you studied hard.
Which one is a fallacy? Affirming.
The first one.
First one, that's not a fallacy. That's a rule of inference. If you study hard, you will pass the test. You study hard. Followed by, therefore you pass the test. So that's P implies Q. P, therefore Q. Is that a fallacy? No. This is what the rule of inference. Modus ponens or tollens?
Ponens.
Modus ponens. Okay. So how about this one? So the counterpart of modus ponens is, let's for this one. Subspace. So this is the counterpart of modus ponens. If you study hard, you will pass the test. You pass the test, then you made a generalization that then you study hard. That's P implies Q. You pass the test, Q therefore P. So this is the fallacy of affirming. Invalid to, okay? Is that clear? Juliana, is that clear? I was talking with Juliana, right? Or who was it?
Ma'am, I don't think I'm the one you called kanina.
Aliyah, sorry. Aliyah Mirasol.
Yes po.
Is this clear?
Yes po.
Okay, good. Last to. Siguro alam mo siya, Aliyah, no? You just don't know the words yet. Because these are new for you. Modus ponens, fallacy of affirming. So, please practice and memorize them, okay? Because you won't be able to memorize unless you understand. Okay.
Yes.
Let's call on Hayden Isidro.
The
Yes.
following argument is not valid because it is based on the fallacy of denying the hypothesis. If it rains, then the ground will be wet. It did not rain, therefore the ground is not wet. Miss True.
All right, let's investigate. P, then Q. Not, what is not ring? Not P. P implies Q, not P, therefore not Q. This is indeed a fallacy. And specifically fallacy of denying. So this reasoning is indeed true. Okay? That was Hayden. Okay, thank you, Hayden. So we're done with the discussion of the logical reasoning. Let's proceed on logical reasoning for law aptitude examination. Let me see. I will stop share for a bit because the notes that I have are already edited. Okay, so this file is already in Canvas. It's entitled 01 Logical Reasoning, LAE. So LAE stands for Law Aptitude Examination. And this is obviously given for the entrance exam for if you want to take up law. And one of the part is logical reasoning. And we're going to identify the answer for the following questions by using the terminologies that we learned in class, the arguments that we learned in class. May I call on each of you to read and then analyze the following questions, starting with Mary Gagala, number 1.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. For number 1 po, if A then B, if B then C, and if C then B. If all of the statements above are true, which of the following must also be true? Is it A po?
Letter A. If D, then A. Let's see. What can you see? What can you observe first here, Mary? What can you remember rules of inference in number 1?
I don't remember that
You don't
much.
remember the rules of inference. It's okay. Look at your notes. You have to look at your notes.
Mm.
That's why it's important that you have your complete notes with you. Yeah. Otherwise, you won't be able to really appreciate, 'di ba? Sayang naman kasi this is a very wonderful way to argue. Okay. Rules of inference. Here you go, Mary. We have addition, simplification, conjunction, modus ponens, tollens, hypothetical syllogism, and disjunctive syllogism. Janina, what can we relate this with?
Is it?
Sorry,
Can I look at the notes for all of them?
these are the notes.
Is it hypothetical syllogism po?
Yeah, exactly. Hypothetical syllogism. So there we go. Then, so what's the possible conclusion for hypothetical syllogism? Like P, therefore R. Then
Then if A then B.
if A, then B, that's a part of the premises or hypothesis.
Then it's letter E po.
If not A, then not B, not D. That is already a fallacy. Okay. So let's see. Let's start first here. Don't look at this yet. Okay, dito muna tayo. B, therefore C, C, therefore D. And then, what can we conclude here? Pwedeng A, then C, di ba? What else? A, then
D.
D. Anything else?
A then B.
A then B is a hypothesis. You cannot use that as a
Okay.
conclusion. B then
B then C. Or D po.
D. Yeah, B and D. All right, I think that's it. No? Based on parang domino effect, hypothetical syllogism. Tapos, what can we use here? Since all of these are true, this the first 3 ones are true because it's given. And then the 3 second ones are true because of hypothetical syllogism. If D not A, is that true? This one. D not A. It's not in the hypothetical syllogism. So this is a begging the question. It's going around. If D not A. Pwede ring. You have A there for D, but then if D, then A, then D is true. Diba? Tapos sa letter A, if D, Therefore, A, that is invalid because of fallacy of affirming. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you agree, Mary?
Yes. I'm a little bit confused po.
Mm-mm. How about letter B?
Um,
Not B, then not C. Pwede natin gamitin yung given dito, di ba?
yes, ma'am.
B implies C. Pero ang sinabi niya not B. Therefore, not C. Is this a rule of inference or fallacy?
Is it a fallacy po?
Fallacy of
Denying?
denying. Okay. Next, if D, then not A. So, pwede natin gamitin to. No? So, for this one, A implies D, not D, therefore, not A. Okay.
Is that still a fallacy of denying po?
No, this is no longer denying. This is modus tollens. This is a valid argument. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes, miss.
Remember you observe the difference. FD tsaka modus tollens. Ito yung FD. Then this is modus tollens. You observe that. Observe mo. How are they different? In your own words, Mel.
Is it because po it's negating P and Q differently po?
Yeah. Sa modus tollens, it's negating the second proposition. How about in the fallacy of denying? It's negating
The P.
the first proposition. So that's invalid, no?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So be careful with this part. Letter C follows modus tollens, therefore it is valid. Okay? Siya mabilis. Any question, Mary?
None so far.
So obviously sa letter D, if D then E, hindi pwede kasi wala naman. But how could this be true? Ito, mali. Yan. Mali yan. But this is true. D and E. True yan by what? Tingnan natin. By addition.
Addition.
Okay. Pero hindi naman niya sinabing D and E. Sinabi niya if D then E, kaya mali siya. Okay. If not A, then not D. If not A, then not D. Not A, then not D. It's following this one. No? Diba? Messy. It's so messy. Sorry. Trying to erase. If A, then not D. Ano to? What kind of fallacy is this? Not A, therefore not D. Mary. Fallacy of?
Affirming.
Hindi. Kaya nga may not eh.
Because it's denying.
Denying. Okay. Remember si modus tollens, the second proposition, yung negated niya. So, denying the first proposition. Okay?
Because I was looking miss above the line. So,
You will need to write your own notes here, no? Because my notes is messy. Oh. I would love to write a better notes for you, but you will learn if you could write your own notes as well.
yes.
Okay, next, let's have the next person. I'm calling you alphabetically in the opposite order. Who's next after Mary? Joseph, Christian. Kindly read number 2.
May audible po?
Yeah.
Number 2 po.
Yeah, number 2.
All Labrador Retrievers bark a great deal. All Saint Bernards bark infrequently. Each of Rose's dogs is a cross between a Labrador Retriever and a Saint Bernard. Therefore, Rose's dogs are moderate barkers. Which one of the following uses flawed reasoning? The most closely resembles the flawed reasoning is in the argument above.
Let's observe.
Hmm.
Labrador Retriever bark a great deal. So let's label that as L. And the Saint Bernard bark infrequently. B. Each of Rose's dog is a cross between a Labrador Retriever and a Saint Bernard. L and B. Okay. Therefore, Rose's dogs are moderate barkers. Suddenly, you have M as moderate barkers. Kasi, what is L? L is bark a great deal. B is bark infrequently. Rose's dogs are cross between bark a great deal and bark infrequently. Then suddenly there's the conclusion of moderate barkers. Valid or invalid? Christian, right?
Yes po.
Yeah. They say
It's invalid po because like the statement is like I don't know there's like the conditions like barking frequently and infrequently and a great deal. There's not exactly in between in these statements po.
yeah, suddenly there's the term moderate barkers, no?
But there's another term. It's usually just two po.
Yes. You could already stop with the L and B based on addition. Conjunction, no? This one based on conjunction like this L and B, but then suddenly it defined the L and B at the same time such as moderate barker, so it's not really following any rules of inference. Okay. Now, which among the following choices resembles this flawed reasoning? Kindly read letter A until E.
All students who study diligently make good grades, but some students do not study diligently also make good grades. Jane studies somewhat diligently, therefore Jane makes somewhat good grades.
Let's see. Diligently and then not diligently.
Not diligently.
Actually, we cannot do this notation here, no? Because it's a whole statement of here not diligently tapos good grades. Not diligently tapos make pa rin ng good grades. So they're not really negation of each other, no? So kasi kapag negation dapat not diligently tapos not good grades then, no? So we cannot use not D. So let's see.
So it's not, wait lang po. So it's not negation then?
Oh, it's not negation kasi it should be not good grades as well eh. So
Also
what letter
both.
do you want?
So both.
D and any letter?
Ano lang po, M.
M. Okay. Then somewhat diligently is another proposition, isn't it?
Yes.
So what's that? What letter do you want?
S na lang po.
Huh?
S na lang po.
Okay. Then therefore Jane makes somewhat good grades. This is another proposition, isn't it? Somewhat good grades.
Somewhat.
Okay. So Is this the same flawed reasoning as the one above?
I don't
No.
think so, po, since there's like more than just two statements, and also like it's kind of inconsistent, but
Yeah, it's not really using a conjunction. Then letter B.
all type A chemicals are extremely toxic to human beings. All type B chemicals are non-toxic to human beings. This household cleaner is a mixture of type type A chemical and a type B chemical. Therefore, this household cleaner is moderately toxic.
So we have A, B. How about this one? This household cleaner mixture of A and B. So A and B. Then, therefore, how do we represent this? This
Uh,
household cleaner is moderately toxic.
you mean the statement na po?
Yeah, the last one. How do you
Right.
want to represent it?
From what I can see po, it says all type A chemicals are extremely toxic. It's almost the same as all Labradors bark a great deal. And it says it's almost the same formula po. All Saint Bernards bark frequently. All type B chemicals are non-toxic. And as you can see in the third sentence, each of those dogs is a cross between a Labrador Retriever and a Saint Bernards. The same is also this household cleaner is a mixture of type A and type B. So they're on the same formula. So I assume they are following the same conjunction. They're following conjunction.
Yes. So they have the same flawed reasoning. Okay, let's just analyze letter C.
All students at Hampton School live in King County. All students at Edwards School live in Wayne County. Members of the Perry family attend both Hamptons and Edwards. Therefore, some members of the Perry family live in Green County, while some live in Wayne County.
Alright, so
Mm.
students in green, and then students in Wien. Then suddenly there's family. So this is another one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, well.
Let's label that as F. Therefore, some members leave. Okay, so some members of Perry family. So that's F. Then Win country. Okay. So again, this is not following the same argument.
Yeah. Well.
Alters letter D.
Okay. All transcriptionists know shorthand. All engineers know calculus. Bob has worked both as a transcriptionist and as an engineer. Therefore, Bob knows shorthand and calculus. So from what I could see for the what is it called?
Bob has worked both as transcriptionist and engineer, so S and C. Therefore, Bob knows both S and C. Yeah, continue.
So all of Phoenician's dresses are very well made. All of
No.
Hollywood
Letter D.
already did.
Go back to letter D.
Okay.
So you were saying something. I disturbed you.
No, wait. I'm thinking of the term.
Okay. This
Okay.
one, this is a valid argument. Okay.
Mm,
Valid siya. So it's not a flawed reasoning. Isn't it? Because
what is it for? Is it addition for that the
yeah, not addition. Addition is when you just said one. Pag addition, sinabi mo lang na shorthand siya. Tapos, sinada mo na agad na, therefore, Bob knows shorthand and calculus. But here, you mentioned letter C.
yes.
So you mentioned S and C, tapos you put them
Mm.
together. So what do we call that? Not addition, but simplification. Hindi rin. It is, again, conjunction.
Conjunction. Okay.
Because you put them together. Then the last one.
Okay, all of Tanisha's dresses are very well made. All of Connie's dresses are very badly made. Half of the dresses in this closet are very well made, and half of them are very badly made. Therefore, half of the dresses in this closet are Tanisha's, and half of them are Connie's.
Kenisha's well-made. Connie's bad-made. Half are well-made, and half are badly made. Therefore, half of the dresses in this closet are Kenisha's and half of them are Connie's. But if you're going to visualize, this is also similar to fallacy of affirming, isn't it? So okay. This is fallacy of affirming.
Can you, can you po elaborate further? Paano siya, fallacy of affirming?
One more?
Can you elaborate po paano siya naging fallacy of affirming? Nalilito pa po ako medyo.
Yeah, it's understandable naman. So, you have here the sentence. Kinisha's dresses are all very well made. Connie's dresses are badly made. So, K and C.
Yes.
Tapos, half of the dresses in the closet are very well made and half of them are very badly made. Then, half of the dresses in the closets are Kenisha's and half of them are Connie's. Just halfway. Didn't really say all. Okay, so maybe let's label this as one half and then one half Connie.
So it's what's it called?
Clearly affirming. But you cannot use that conclusion that half of the dresses in the closet are Kenisha's, isn't it?
So yung kine-check ko yung conclusion po pag hindi siya fully true, ano na siya po, fallacy of affirming po.
Actually, hindi rin fallacy of affirming, but somehow fallacy of affirming yung ginagamit.
Okay.
Miss, hindi siya pwedeng begging the question. Actually, pwede din. Half of the dresses in the closet are Kenisha's and half of them are Connie's. Let's see. Sige. But this is an invalid argument. Obviously, this is not the same as the reasoning above. So, pwede ring begging the question. K, therefore, hindi naman therefore. We're using quantification here. Okay? All Kenisha's dresses are well-made. And then all Connie's dresses are bad-made. And then half of the dresses in the closets are well made, half of them are badly made. There exist that are well made. There exist that are badly made. Therefore, half of the dresses in the closets are Kenisha and half of them are Connie's. Hmm. We're going to do this as end, followed by this. What's a proper way of there exist? There exist that are okay. Let's see. We'll try to explain this further next meeting. But so far, do you get it?
I can see the concept naman po, yeah.
It's just not easy to point out the terminologies to use, no?
Yes, that's what that.
Okay. Okay. There's a comment. Ayoko na daw, sabi niya. Tapos dinelete. Alright. So the same for number 3. Let's explore this next time. And the rest of the questions. Yan. Ganyan talaga makipag-debate. Okay. So, we're going to use our logical reasoning, rule of inference, fallacies, and method of proof. Okay, so I'll end at this item, and then I'll introduce the next module, and then you're going to watch it until the end of the class. So the next module is 20 minutes, and then there are supporting YouTube videos. Mathematics in finance, then growing money on investments. So the lecture is about stocks and bonds, and we're going to have a little bit of discussion on this next time, but we're going to have a discussion on interest rate as well. And you're not going to submit, you're just going to make your own handwritten notes. This is just for your personal copy, but you must read pages 53 until 75. So if you have a copy of the book, good for you. If you don't have a copy, please go to the library and borrow the reserve book there. However, you won't be able to request it outside. Next, your guide question. So there are 2 terms that will be described on the video, stocks and bonds. Then it's not enough. The video is not enough. You need to support it with the YouTube videos here for you to appreciate more what's their differences. Then there's mutual funds, which will be described in the book. So in this pages 53 to 75. The number 4 is just your own personal question. So be ready for short quiz 2. Coverage are 2 items from logical reasoning and then 2 items from stocks and bonds, then multiple choice. The same as last time. 5 minutes again. After you watch this video and other YouTube videos, you're going to make your Instagram account. Here, virtual trading. So kindly explore the website. There. It says here you're going to have 100,000 virtual money, but when I tried it, I think it's just 6,352.12 virtual money. And then I haven't explored yet how to look for my portfolio let's see, it says virtual trade. I'm exploring it as well. So you have to go to home, stocks, virtual trade, and then click on my portfolio and order history. Then from there, you could look for 3 companies and invest on them. But before you invest on them, you have to gather news about these companies. So look for Google, Twitter post, or if you have Discord, it's also helpful. Then, once you have the 3 companies, you will have to observe the 1-month duration. What is the peak? When does it go down? What's the news? Why did it went up? What's the news? Why did it go down? And you're going to submit this portfolio after 1 month and write a paragraph with approximately 10 to 12 sentences. Is this clear? So you could see here there are US stocks, Philippine stocks. So let's focus on Philippine stocks. Could also use US. Some students are asking cryptocurrency but don't invest on that yet because it's not stocks. Please prioritize stocks. If you want cryptocurrency, go ahead. You could make your another portfolio for that. But that will not be part of your submission. Okay. So if there are no questions, I'll see you on Wednesday.
Hello po, ma'am. I have a question about the assignment po, about the investment
Yeah.
portfolio.
Yeah.
Okay lang po ba if we use mutual funds or like bonds compared to stocks?
Once more.
Okay lang po ba if we use mutual funds or bonds?
Mutual funds or bonds instead of stocks. The instruction is to just focus on stocks muna. Maybe you could make another portfolio for bonds. You could
Sige po,
explain.
ma'am. Thank you po.
Kasi I think it's separate eh. I think the portfolio, you could make different portfolio, I think. Okay? Or if you could put them in one portfolio, for as long as you have 3 stocks, then you could add bonds and mutual fund. You're familiar with this already?
I've been studying it po kasi.
That's good. Okay. It would be nice if you could share with the class as well next time, huh? I look forward to you, Marco. Okay?
Sige po, ma'am.
How about the rest of the class? Any question?
Ma'am,
Yeah?
I have a question po. Hindi ko pa po kasi nakukuha yung libro. Saan ko po pa pwedeng like i-meet in person? Nag-try na po akong mag-message pero wala pa pong reply.
Okay. Do you know R Square? It's across Jollibee.
Doon lang po mismo sa
R Square.
Apa.
And then, when you go up the escalator, look to your right, there are 2 small stalls. And then you will see that there's a small display of the book.
Okay po.
It's a
Sige
small
po.
book, like half size of the regular book.
Okay po. Thank you po.
Thank you. All right. If there are no questions, I'll see you all on Wednesday. Goodbye and thank you, everyone. Christian? Question?
Am I audible?
Yeah.
I wasn't able to, take a picture of the, yung attendance sheet po sa incentive po kasi po maraming po nasa linya.
But were you able to sign?
Yes po, I was able to sign po.
For the one with your name?
Yes po, both the attendance sheet and
Okay.
the event po itself.
That's good. Because I'll double check it pa naman eh. Both for the signed and the registration from the department secretary. All right.
Okay
Anything
po.
else?
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, miss.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you po. Ingat po.
Okay.
Question po. If
Yes?
we're able to get the book, is it alright if will we answer on the book itself ba? Kasi if hindi kaya mag-obtain ng book, are we allowed to like borrow our classmates' book, take a picture of the questions and then answer it?
Actually, I'm just asking you to read those pages, no, 57.
You don't necessarily have to buy naman, right?
Ideally, we highly recommend that you buy because it's more convenient, but we're not forcing you.
Okay, yes, another thing po, di ko masyadong gets yung mga questions earlier, but the answers and the explanations, they'll be posted naman sa Canvas, right?
We could discuss it on Wednesday.
Okay, kasi, sorry, di ko masyadong gets. Tas-
It's in the video. You'll be able to see the definitions
Sige po, thank you.
and in the book as well.
Okay po. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you.